The dispatch alert hits, marking the start of a high-stakes rescue call in under 3 seconds. You read the dispatch record. Structural collapse at 123 Maple Avenue. 1 victim confirmed trapped. Your gear weighs 25 pounds. Each piece inspected for safety before the rollout. You secure the helmet, feeling the weight as dispatch confirms additional units en route. The air tank holds 45 minutes of oxygen, a critical resource for the extraction ahead. You fasten the turnout gear, coordinating with the captain on tool selection for the entrapment. You test the rescue cutter, ensuring it can handle metal debris in the collapsed structure. The mask seals tight as dispatch reports the victim is conscious, but pinned under heavy debris. Your radio is set to channel 4, ready for constant updates during the rescue operation. You review the transit route, a 5-mile drive through downtown traffic to reach the collapse site. The gloves are your only protection against sharp edges during the victim extrication process. Dispatch records show the call came in 2 minutes ago, pushing the response time limit. You take your position, the last check before rolling out to face the structural instability. The rope is 50 feet long, rated for 1,000 pounds. Essential for the extraction method. Your coat is fully sealed, trapping body heat for the cold scene ahead at the collapse. You note the captain's instructions. Assess stability first, then coordinate with rescue technicians. The truck's interior is familiar, but this rookie run feels different, with a life on the line. You buckle in, the sirens cutting through the morning air as the truck pulls out of the bay. You confirm rollout, estimating arrival in 8 minutes based on the rescue timeline. The equipment is all checked. 23 items, ready for the high-stakes decision ahead. Dispatch confirms 1 victim trapped under debris, with structural instability reported at the scene. You identify the turn ahead that leads to the collapse site, 2 blocks from your current position. The siren is set to maximum volume, cutting through the early morning traffic for clear passage. The rope must be ready for immediate use, with 50 feet of length for the extraction process. You relay the ETA of 8 minutes to dispatch based on the current speed and road conditions. The emergency vehicle navigates the busy downtown streets, every second counting towards the rescue. All 23 equipment items are confirmed operational as you near the destination. You are seconds away from arrival, with the initial size-up about to begin at the chaotic scene. The drive covers 5 miles, exactly as planned in the rescue timeline for this response. You arrive at the scene, the structure partially collapsed, with debris scattered across the entrance. The transit phase is complete, and now the real work begins at the rescue operation site. You step into the chaotic environment, assessing the instability for the first time up close. You coordinate with rescue technicians, confirming their position and the extraction plan ahead. The scene is a mess of concrete and steel, 1 life trapped beneath the heavy debris. You navigate the unstable ground, each step calculated to avoid further collapse or injury. The rescue technicians begin stabilizing the structure, a critical step before victim extrication. This tool can cut through rebar, essential for creating an access point to the trapped victim. You weigh the decision between vertical lift or horizontal pull, each with risks and time constraints. The high-stakes decision is made. Use the rope system for a controlled extraction from above. You are ready to make the critical extraction call, with the victim's life depending on your next move. You start the ascent, the rope tight in your hands, aware that every second counts in this rescue timeline. From above, you assess the trapped victim's position, confirming the details with the dispatch record to ensure accuracy. The victim is conscious, a small sign of life that heightens the urgency of your extraction decision. You communicate the plan, using the incident report to coordinate units and ensure a synchronized approach to the rescue. The rescue technicians ready the cutter, a tool inspected just yesterday, crucial for creating access to the victim. The scene is a complex puzzle, with multiple hazards and a single life at the center of it all. You test the anchor, knowing that structural instability could compromise the entire extraction operation and risk the team. The captain's command comes through, authorizing the extraction method you proposed, based on team consensus and risk assessment. Your helmet camera records every move, part of the systemic realism that will be logged in the run sheet later. You descend slowly, the rope system allowing precise control, with paramedics waiting below for the eventual handoff. A sudden shift in debris forces a pause, adding pressure as you reassess the safety of the approach immediately. Dispatch monitors the operation, the rescue timeline ticking, with extraction and transport phases clearly defined on screen. You reach the victim. A quick assessment shows stable breathing, a positive sign in this high-stakes rescue operation. You secure the victim with a rescue harness, following the equipment checklist procedures for safe extrication and transport. The lift begins, a controlled extraction that requires constant communication and adjustment to avoid injury to the victim. Your hands work methodically, a testament to the training drills that prepared you for moments like this rescue. The victim is extracted successfully, a critical milestone logged in the incident report with precise timing and unit details. You complete the handoff to paramedics, the rescue phase ending as transport begins, with debrief to follow soon. The scene now empty, the rope remains. A silent witness to the high-stakes decision that saved a life today. You return to the team, the pressure easing slightly, but aware that the next alarm could sound at any moment. You assist paramedics during the handoff, ensuring the victim is stable for transport, a key phase in the rescue timeline. The stretcher moves smoothly, a result of the equipment checklist that verified all gear was ready for extraction. You begin cleanup, coiling ropes and logging tool conditions in the incident report as part of the systemic realism. The captain initiates a debrief, focusing on lessons learned from the high-stakes decision to improve future rescue operations. The scene now quiet, footprints and tool marks are the only traces left from the life-saving extraction today. Dispatch alerts to another trapped victim, the pressure mounting as you prepare to roll out again immediately. You gear up readily, the SCBA inspection date current, ready for the next rescue with your team. Your hands show the wear of the rescue, but move steadily, prepared for whatever the next alarm brings. Sirens on, you roll out, navigating traffic, while dispatch provides details for the next high-stakes rescue operation. You arrive at the new scene, assessing the building's instability and positioning the team for another critical extraction. The rescue operation phase continues, focusing on extraction methods and team coordination under increasing pressure. You coordinate with technicians, applying training roster skills to plan the extraction for the trapped victim safely. The rescue tools are prepared, each checked per the equipment checklist to ensure safe operation during the extrication. Faced with structural instability, you make a high-stakes decision on the extraction method, crucial for victim safety. You start the extrication, moving slowly to prevent further collapse and ensure a safe rescue for the victim. Dust particles float in the air, a silent reminder of the building's instability during this rescue operation. The victim is partially extracted, requiring immediate stabilization and coordination with paramedics for the handoff. You radio dispatch with progress updates, the rescue timeline being recorded for the incident report and debrief later. The victim is fully rescued, handed off to paramedics, completing another critical extraction in your shift. The team pauses briefly, equipment around them, aware that debrief and gear cleaning await back at the station soon. You coordinate the cleanup, ensuring all equipment is accounted for before the next phase of the operation. Each piece of gear is inspected per the equipment checklist to maintain safety standards. You update dispatch, logging the rescue timeline for the incident report with precise timestamps. The captain outlines the remaining tasks, emphasizing coordination for the transport and debrief. The scene is secured. Structural instability managed to prevent further collapse during cleanup. You assist with the handoff, verifying that the victim is stable and ready for transport to the hospital. SCBA tanks are checked, with air levels recorded to ensure readiness for the next emergency call. The dispatch record is updated, capturing all details for the run sheet and future review. You board the truck, the rescue operation concluding as you head back to the station for debrief. You notify dispatch of your departure, completing the on-scene phase of the rescue timeline. Emergency lights illuminate the scene, a visual marker of the high-stakes operation just completed. You debrief briefly in transit, analyzing the decision made under pressure for the rescue operation. You inventory the rescue tools, cross-referencing with the checklist to prepare for the next call. Helmets are set aside, each bearing marks from today's rescue, ready for cleaning and inspection. You arrive back at the station, the transit complete, and gear cleaning and debrief await. You unload the equipment, initiating the post-rescue procedures for maintenance and logging. The alarm panel sits silent, a reminder that the next high-stakes decision could come at any moment. The captain organizes a debrief where lessons from the rescue will be discussed and recorded. You log the run, entering response times and outcomes into the system for accountability. You prepare your gear for cleaning, ensuring it meets standards before the next emergency call. You complete the transport phase and begin debriefing the rescue operation, focusing on the critical extraction decision made. The captain reviews the rescue timeline, highlighting key moments where decisions impacted the victim extraction process. You document personal observations, noting the effectiveness of the rescue tools used during the high-stakes operation. You discuss with the technician the structural risks faced and how they influenced the choice of extraction technique. You inspect and clean the SCBA units, ensuring they are ready for the next emergency with no compromises. Each rescue tool is cleaned and checked against the equipment checklist to maintain readiness for future calls. You log lessons learned into the training system, planning drills to improve response for similar entrapment scenarios. You store the gear properly, ensuring it is accessible and in prime condition for the next dispatch alert. The radio sits ready, a constant reminder that another high-stakes decision could be required at any moment. You complete the run sheet, documenting the entire rescue operation from alarm to handoff for official records. The debrief concludes, and the team returns to routine station tasks, prepared for the next emergency call. You clean your helmet, erasing the marks of today's rescue, but keeping the experience fresh for future decisions. You communicate with dispatch, ensuring that your unit is logged as available and prepared for new alerts. You prepare the truck for the next role, verifying that every piece of equipment is accounted for and functional. The station stands quiet, a hub of readiness, where firefighters await the next dispatch that will test their skills. The captain highlights critical lessons, ensuring that the team learns from today's high-stakes extraction decision. You journal your thoughts on the rescue, internalizing the experience to better handle future emergency situations. The run sheet documents the precise timeline, a cold record of the rescue that saved a life today. You verify the equipment checklist, confirming that every tool and piece of gear meets standards for the next call. With debrief complete and gear ready, you await the next alarm, prepared to make another critical rescue decision.